so to get started, the first thing you need to note in the pattern is that gauge is not necessarily important to this project. You don't want to work so loosely that your bag is super floppy, but gauge is not important. So we don't actually have to do a gauge swatch for this. And the other thing to note is that throughout the entire pattern, you are working with 2 strands of yarn held together. You can do that like I am doing here, working from 2 separate balls. If you'd like, you can also use both ends of the yarn from one ball. You can work that way. So to get started, what you're going to do is hold 2 strands together, and you're going to do your foundation chain. This is 40 chains. I am on 37. I didn't want to have you sit and watch me do 40 chains. So there's 38, 39, 40. And this is the bottom of the bag, is actually where we're starting. And what we're going to be doing is basically working around and around this piece and making oblong shape. So to do that, what the pattern tells you to do is go to the second chain from the hook and work a single crochet. Okay? Oops. So there's my first chain from the hook, and there's my second chain from the hook. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to work a single crochet. Go. And then it says to chain 1 and work another single crochet. Oops, sorry, I did a yarn over there, should not have. There we go. Another single crochet. And then the pattern tells you to continue all the way down your foundation chain, working a single crochet in each chain. All right, so just to show you that, go. Basic single crochet. This pattern is very, very easy. You'll be surprised at how easy the stitches are. You need to know how to do a single crochet and a double crochet, and that's about it. So there you go, and it's just a matter of just making sure that you always pick up both yarns, because you have to work with 2 strands held together throughout the whole thing. And that's what really is going to give our bag a little bit of body. So I'm going to continue working down this chain, and at the end, in the last chain, we're going to work single crochet, chain 1, single crochet again, and then I'll be right back with you to show the next row. Okay, so I have worked all the way down my foundation chain, 1 single crochet in every stitch, and in my last stitch for the row, I have worked single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. And then you're going to do that again according to the pattern. So you're going to chain 1, single crochet. This is in the last chain of that foundation row. Chain 1 and single crochet again. There we go. And then we're going to, I'm going to stop here and show you that what that has done is that has turned the corner basically, because now what we're going to do is we're going to work down the other side of the foundation chain, and then we're going to be working in a spiral, and that's how we're going to get that oblong shape that we need for the bottom of our bag. And this also will give you an idea of the size of your crochet handbag. So that's about how wide it's going to be. So we are going to now turn our work so that now we're working into this edge of our foundation chain. So see that? So I've just turned my work so that little curve there is now on the right hand side. And I'm going to pull my pattern over, and we are going to continue on the other side of our foundation chain, and we are going to work 1 single crochet in all the stitches all the way down. And I will come back at the end and show you what that looks like. All right, so here I've finished my single crochets all the way down the second side of my foundation loop. So you can see here what I've got now is a good sturdy oblong, little oblong, but here's where I turned. I've gone all the way down, and I'm in my last, getting ready to do my last chain, or my last stitch, and that is in that first chain that we did our initial turn in. So to do this, you're going to single crochet in the last chain, okay? And then you're going to chain 1, and then to close this loop for working, you're going to just do a slip stitch in that first single crochet that you worked. So just pull it through, everything there. So what that has done is made you a nice little oblong, and it's given you a place to move up to your second row. And I'm going to go ahead and start the second row for you here. And to do that, what you're going to do is chain one. And if you will note in the pattern reminds you that for rows 2 through 5 of the bottom, you're going to work through the back loop only. So let me show you that. And to do that, you're going to chain one to begin and then single crochet in the first available hole, your first stitch. But remember, you're going to do it in the back loop only. So to do that, you're just going to, normally you would stick your hook through both there. But to do this, you're going to actually look at your little V there and just pick up the one that's furthest from you. Make sure that you get both loops of your, both strands of yarn, so that you are working through all of the yarn and you don't drop any stitches. And you're just going to work a single crochet there. And then, let me make sure I got everything there. There we go. And then we're going to chain one. And then continue that way all the way down. So work a single crochet, chain one, work a single crochet all the way around. Don't forget your chain ones in between. Those are going to be important later. Okay, so let me show you that one more time. Make sure you're only going through the back loop, single crochet, chain one, and we're going to keep going. And what I will have you do for rows 2 through 5 is just refer to the pattern over on AllFreeCrochet. That link will be down in the description bar for you. And I'm going to finish this up and show you what it looks like when you're done, and then we'll get started on the next step. All right, so here we go. I have gone and finished the bottom of my bag, and you can see how I mentioned that you were working through the back loop only. That's what gives this neat little texture, and this is actually, when you're done, is going to be the outside, the visible part of your bag. So it'll be down like this, and then we're going to work the sides of the bag up this way. And it's going to, the sides of the bag are going to work very, very similar to the bottom. So there you go. That's the bottom of your bag. Thanks for joining us on the first week of our Crochet Along for the Sweet Summer Crochet Handbag. Come back next week and we will have the sides ready to go for you, and we'll show you how to do that. So I hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time.